new GD&T advisor. Now this is like super useful, and I usually situate this in two main categories. Number one is keeping up with standards, like I was talking about, super important, especially if you have people coming right out of school or if you're having problems with standardization. This is going to guide your hand basically on how you place your GD&T and making sure it's following the right standards. And the other thing, again, is education. Those are two really big things. Educating the engineer on, what are the best practices? How do we apply these tolerances? Where do we apply them? What makes sense? Things like that. And the GD&T advisor makes this incredibly easy. So someone who is not even used to applying these tolerances can do this pretty much on the fly. So I'm going to show you how to do that, actually. So now within this tab with GD&T, all I have to do is select on tolerance feature. I don't have to change the datum. I don't have to select what face. I simply just start working on the model. So you'll see I went to tolerance feature, and let's say I want to just do this surface here. I accept the surface, and then you'll see I get a new dialog box, and it's basically stepping me through. So from here, I'll just put in, a couple different numbers of information. So, maybe I want a tolerance of 0.003, and now we have here a geometric characteristic. Now, prior to this and other GD&T tools, all of these options will be available to you. So you have to have some background and some foresight, like, hey, I know only 2 or 3 apply to this surface or this tolerance. But what the GD&T advisor will actually do is show you, hey, these are the only 2 that apply to this, and it'll actually put an asterisk to the one that the system recommends. And so I'm just going to go with that, and it'll already put my labels on there, any datum features, things like that, and within just a few clicks I can already have this on my feature. Now you can see there is an advisor tree that'll tell me exactly what's being placed. If there's any errors, that'll show up here, and also the feature tree. So you can see that GD&T tolerance, or that tolerance that I just put in there, that's situated right there. So let's just do a couple more. Now, like I said, I didn't have to choose on a specific face or a datum or anything like that. I just simply selected on tolerance feature, and I select on what I want to do. So let's select on this surface, and automatically it's pulling up that information. Let's pull it up over there. And you can see here the information is already propagated. I just put in the information that I need. And then I choose a geometric characteristic. Again, there's only 2 that I can choose here. So let's go ahead with perpendicularity. And I could put, if this is regardless of feature size, if it's a maximum material condition, least material condition, things like that. I can automatically accept that off. And again, it's taking into account which surface this is on as well. So if I was to do something, over on the right-hand side here, it's going to reflect that. So let's select that surface. Let's just do one more very quickly. Put in our tolerance into here. So this one, again, is going to be at a point. So I want that to reflect that. So this is a position. And then we're going to say, okay, this is the maximum material condition. And then I can also add additional information to that as well. So if I had something else that I wanted to put in here, I can do that as well. So in this case, I want this to be parallel. And then maybe I want to say that this one doesn't really matter. It can be regardless of feature size. The idea of just being able to get the information out very quickly, having the system guide you, and also the ability to have this follow all the standards. So you can see this is now the orientation of this is reflective of the datum here. So I don't have to choose anything there. And then again, if we had any errors or anything like that, it's all being shown here, and I can fix that on the fly. All my information is here very simply if I want to edit something. So that's basically what GD&T Advisor is in a nutshell.